Welcome back, folks, to our second portion of Saturday morning. This is a special Saturday morning because it's the first Saturday of period 133 in the Zija calendar. And as always, we do a team-wide meeting during this time. We do this once every 4 weeks following new distributor training. And so what I'm going to do this morning, there's a lot of stuff that, boy, I'll tell you what, I'm so excited about what's about to happen. I mean, you have no idea what this new product announcement has done in terms of bringing people out of the woodwork, people wanting to, to be part of Zija today. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to just real fast get your note paper, get your pen on turbo speed. I'm going to go real quick through the updates from the Diamond Club call. Many of you know the Diamond Club communicates directly with corporate. They do a call in the morning on the first Saturday of the period for us, kind of just, bringing us up to speed on all things that are going on. I'm going to go through that real quick, all right? And, reach out to me if you need more information or get to your back office. But I'm going to go through those real fast because I have Pat Andersen standing by, and she is going to be joining me here because there's a lot of information she has that I want to be able to get out to everybody. So real quick, okay, POP, P-O-P, product of the period is the Elevive product. And for those of you who haven't been using that, I've been using that. I'm actually using 3 capsules a day. That's a big deal, okay? In today's, industrialized world, there's a lot of issues that people are dealing with that are, from a mental, emotional, psychological perspective that, are all attributable to the incredible amounts of stress that people have, poor diet, the environmental issues. The Elevive product is a really special product. I actually do 3 capsules a day. I've noticed a big difference. It's a powerful product because it's the product of the period. Every single one of you that is part of Zija has the ability to get that at a deeply discounted price. Got some real exciting news about the upcoming Zija Cruise contest for period 136 for the next 28 days. And just recap on that, the company is going to be doing a really special vacation here later in the year for the top 35 qualifiers. Now, be clear on this because a lot of people think, well, we know who's going to be on that cruise, Pat Andersen and David Moses and, the top, big shots in the company. No, the brand new person has the same ability to be on that cruise as anybody else because it's based upon current new enrollments. Okay, and I'm going to tell you some of the top people on that leaderboard, you can see it in your back office, are not the top income earners. Okay, and a lot of them are pretty new people because they're doing the correct activities of building a business. A lot of the people like David Moses and myself and Pat Andersen, we got large organizations that we're supporting. We're really not engaged in brand new business like we were when we were brand new, okay? And so, a lot of the top people, or the leaderboard people, are people that you don't recognize their names because they're new people. They're sharing the product, sharing the opportunity, teaching others to do the same. And in period 136, somebody could get started today and rise to the top of the leaderboard because the company is going to be doubling the point values for those activities, new customers, new distributors, and so on, new enrollments. So, jump on board with that. I mean, there's nothing better than hanging out on a beach with, sunny weather with Zija people and let the company pay for it. I mean, I've been on a bunch of the Zija cruises, and that's just about as cool as you can get, having the company pay for your vacation. There is a brand new company-issued PowerPoint presentation. It's now in your back office and in the document library. Go check that out. It is being designed so that a brand new distributor, brand new today, can't even spell Zija, can watch that PowerPoint presentation, 2 times, maybe 3 times, and literally be able to hold a small meeting in your living room, or maybe, the back banquet room of the restaurant, and show that PowerPoint and do a professional presentation on the Zija products and opportunity, geared not as a training, but as a presentation that will create enrollment. So every single brand new person is going to be able to be empowered to be a great presenter of our products and our income opportunity. Our focus for this period, and this is us as a company, us as leaders, and all of you that are in that leadership, roll up, the bronzes, silvers, golds, and so on. The focus is to create the largest numbers of Team 500, Team 1000 participants. Okay, and for those of you that are maybe new and you don't know what that's all about, Team 500, Team 1000. When you have a handful of customers that their volume over the 4 weeks of the period is 500 PV, that's just a couple of people having, a serving or two a day of one of our, core nutritional products. The company will pay for $100 of your auto ship. If you're Team 1000, they're going to pay for $200 of your auto ship. And so and again, it's just having a handful of customers, just doing what we do anyway. And there is nothing better than having your auto ship come to you. Like my auto ship was just shipped to me, and I think there was like my cost on that was I think $20 in tax, because I'm part of the Zija Rewards Prime membership, the premium membership, where I get free shipping on my products. If you haven't enrolled in that, folks, really look at that, consider that. Okay. I don't have the price at the top of my head, but to me, it was real simple. Okay. If you enroll in the Zija Rewards premium membership, you get free shipping on your products, on your personal orders. To me, it was a zero-brainer. The cost of the annual membership is less than the cost of the shipping. And so every time I order product for myself, and for those of you that know, I use a lot of product. I use all this, well, almost all the Zija products. I don't use the AGX women's formula. I don't use that one. But I use pretty much everything else, and a lot of it. And I mean, I wish a tenth of my organization used as much product as I do, because my check could go up threefold. But I get free shipping on my own product. And I'm encouraging you to look at that. If you're not part of that program, you pay a once a year fee, you get your free shipping on your personal products. If you're not a part of that program, be a part of that program, because it saves you money. But there's more reasons for that than that. And I don't know if I can actually talk about that, Pat. Maybe you can, decide whether or not I can talk about that. But that's our goal, to create as many Team 500, Team 1000 participants as possible. Get your product for free. Simply share our products. Let's see. We are going to have the New Year, New You events. There's several of them taking place this weekend and next weekend. If there's one anywhere near you, folks, you need to get to these. This is the place where you're going to be able to get deep discounts on the Zija bundles that are available in the back office for new enrollees. You're going to get a free sample of our brand new product there. It's the only place you're going to be able to get a sample of the brand new CBD product until the regional events in March. There's a brand new catalog that's being distributed at those events. You're going to want to get your hands on that. Between the catalog and the PowerPoint presentation, you are fully armed. You don't have to do all the stuff that, the last company I was with, I made a lot of money there, and we had to produce all of the marketing materials ourselves because the company didn't know what to do. Let's see here. We will be producing the pre-launch strategy for the new product. But the simple thing that I can tell you is if you haven't registered for the regional events, Plano, Texas in March and Cincinnati in March, go and register. Okay, everybody, I mean, this is the common thing. Oh, well, geez, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get off work. I don't know if I'll be able to get somebody to take care of the kids. I don't know if I'm going to blah, 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 blah. Here's how you do that. Go register. Book yourself. Then go book a ticket if you need to jump on an airplane to get there. Then work everything else out. Okay? Somehow, some way, if your life depended upon it, you'd figure out how to get off work for, 48 hours. You'd figure out what to do with the kids for 48 hours. If it were me, bring the kid with you. I used to bring my boy with me to lots of the events in the last company. There's a couple of you actually that are right now part of this broadcast that remember me toting my midget with me, right? And get him all dressed up in his little suit with his little briefcase, and you guys remember that, okay? Trust me on this. Just book the ticket, plan to be there, then work everything else out, because none of it will work out until you've committed to going to the event. Once you're committed to going to the event, then you can work everything else out. That's the first step. Now, what I'm going to do here is, let me see, did I cover everything here? There is a reason why you want to be part of the Team 500, Team 1000 qualifiers. When you attend the events, the two regional events, one's in Cincinnati, one's in Texas, trust me on this, you want to be part of that group, okay? You want to be part of that group when you attend those two events. And I think I'm going to just leave it at that. Everything else we can cover later. Pat, I'm going to bring you over to this side of the presentation. Where'd you go, Pat? Here we go. Pat Andersen. You're moving around here a lot, Pat. Let's see if I got you. Yep, gotcha. I'm bringing Pat Andersen over. Pat, I'm going to unmute you here real quick. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm envious of your T-shirt. Where did you get that?
Probably about 8 or 9 years ago.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's got
the old logo, and it's starting to wear off. But hey, it's cold here right now, so.
Hey, listen, I'm so excited that you joined us. And folks, I was talking with Pat late last night, and later her time than mine, and she was not going to be able to be with us because of another engagement that she had. And then during the first session on new distributor training, I got a little message in the chat box that she was going to be with us. And Pat, I can't tell you how happy and thrilled I am that you are, because I'm relying on you to help me with some of the things that I know everybody wants to hear about. I covered most of the Diamond Club announcements. I don't know if it's important to go into any more of those. Certainly you can if you want. But I want to talk for the team, because this is day one of the first period of 2019. We're going to have 13 periods this year. Okay, 13 opportunities for people to get free product, being part of Team 1000, Team 500, 13 periods of opportunity for people to build their business. But you are part of a very special elite group called the Round Table. And I know that you and a handful of others have been working directly with Ken, Jerem Daystrup, Ryan Palmer, Joshua Plant, on the strategies, well, overall for this upcoming year, but in particular, this brand new product. And you got me excited just talking with you, and I'm already excited, right? And it has nothing to do with XM3 and I'm
sure it does, Fred.
well, maybe a little, right? But maybe what you can do is kind of outline to folks is there's a lot of people that are really, in a lot of ways like me, out of the loop on what's going on. Maybe you can talk a little bit about this new product, what the potential is for this new product. I know that you went into a lot more detail on your last Wednesday night Health Talks broadcast, and we're going to want to get that up, for people to see. We'll give them the information on that. But what can you share with us about this? Because this is getting a lot of buzz. Like I said, I've got a couple of people that have joined this webinar that were working with me, 2 decades ago, that are hearing, oh my goodness, is Zija got this? So lay it out for us.
Well, I'm actually really excited about the product. I've been using CBD oil since it actually first came out. And I go through a lot of it, because of my shoulder now. But I used to, for me, why I got into it was, it's one of the best things for anxiety, for stress in the body. And so I would be taking it to help with my panic attacks. And it really worked a lot for that. And so it's just part of my everyday routine. I do my moringa and I do my CBD oil. So, when Josh told me a few months ago that he said, what do you think? How do you think people are going to go? And I go, Josh, I want it now. Like, I don't want it in a few months. I just want it now. And I am so glad they did this. So it's being educated on, what CBD oil is, the difference, what's on the market. And at regionals, we're going to be really going into depth on this. You're going to get a complete education. I'm doing a 4-part series right now. You can go onto the Club Moringa site and watch it again right now. Next week, I'm going to have Dr. Ben Bowers on. And Dr. Ben has been using it in his clinic probably for 4 or 5 years now. And so, we want you to know what it's about. But please understand, you don't need to be over-educated, because we're going to have the tools for you to use. And but what's, I guess I'm more excited is about our delivery system. All right. And that's what I kept alluding to for the last couple of weeks. Everything that is on the market right now, you put it underneath your tongue. And when you do that, it only lasts for anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. So you're continually doing it all the time. Now, the delivery system we have is a patch. The best place is on your wrist, because this is transdermal. So it's going to go into the bloodstream. On your wrist, back of your neck. I'm going to be putting it on my shoulder for this shoulder, especially for golfing. On your inside of your legs. So there's lots of different places. But guess what? This patch is going to last up to 24 hours. 24
Wow.
hours. You have to understand.
1 patch a day?
1 patch a day.
Wow.
Okay. I posted a video that Rebecca Preston actually did with Josh talking at, I think, the Tennessee meeting. So it's on my Facebook page, actually, if anybody wants to listen to it. And Josh gets into a little bit more detail on that. I'll post it over to the Club Moringa Facebook page too. But, it's a totally different delivery system. Now, there are chemical CBD oil things out there that are in patch form. But ours is an all-natural one, all right? It sounded like the price is going to be phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. There's other companies out there that do patch products, and they're very expensive. Ours is so economical. And when I look at price point for what I buy in large quantities. I'll buy anywhere from 12 to 24 bottles because I go through that much of it. And, my bottles, because I buy only the best I can, are like $40 a bottle. So our pricing is going to save me a lot of money. So that's important too. And I'm going to get a superior product that I don't have to be taking every hour if I'm in, a lot of pain, etc. So understand what we have. Now, how to get ready for it. I think this is the biggest thing that I've spent a lot of time this week with the teams, etc., is don't wait for the oil to come out. You need to be proactive. You need to have your lists like Fred teaches you all the time. Get your list ready of who you need to talk to. That's what we've been spending time with. who are the types of people that are going to use something like this? I bet you have a lot of friends right now that are using it and not telling you. I bet you didn't know that I took it on a daily basis. Okay? It is just so commonplace because it's not a drug. And you know how I'm against drugs, for myself. And so start asking people, what do you think of CBD oil? What's your opinion of it? And all of a sudden they're going to say, well, I love it. I've been taking it for umpteen years. That is a prospect for you. And, there's lots of clinicians that use CBD oil. If you can show them a different delivery system, do you think they'd be interested? Yes. So get ready for it. Also, Fred, I just want to go away from the CBD oil. You mentioned that PowerPoint. We worked extremely hard on that PowerPoint. When you have 8 personalities get together, it's very interesting. And you know what? We got together just like this. It was so amazing how we came together to show that. And actually, Reed and Pat and Mac, we went over it today, and they just couldn't believe how the flow. So please look at it. But one of the things that I know I'm going to be doing in Seattle and in Indiana is I'm going to be going step by step by step with you and teaching you how to present. That's the key. We can have a great presentation, but if you don't know how to, portray it to somebody and show them exactly, you might as well just send it to them and let them read it themselves, right? So we want to really get into depth on the training on that. So make sure you get to one of these New Year, New You meetings. You're also, as Fred said, the bundles that our distributors can buy. We're going to have a sheet with those bundles. And if you purchase 150 PV at our meetings, and only at our meetings, trust me, we will be collecting the applications. You can't take them home and send them in so your friends can join. No, it's only those that attend a meeting. You will get one of the new catalogs, and you will also get one of the sample packs of these patches so that you can try it. So that's a big deal, because we want you to have the experience so you can talk about it. Now, why regionals? I think this is very, very important. Unless you go to regionals, you really are taking your chance of not being able to get the patches. We'll have them there for sale at both the regionals, but what if they run out? I know a lot of people are going to be ordering multiples because they're taking this very seriously. I know I will be, because I want to be taking them to all the different clinicians in Orlando and the whole area here, as soon as I get back. So it's first come, first serve. All right. And if we run out, you have to wait until the orders, the brand new shipment gets back into corporate. So, please do everything in your power to be at one of those meetings. You want to get educated. You want to touch and feel and, et cetera. It's important, Fred. So, so important.
And let me just kind of throw my 2 cents in on the regionals. And a lot of I don't travel into the field anymore because of my home circumstances. It's really incredibly difficult to line up business trips because I need 24-hour coverage here with Mom. I'm going to be at both regionals.
Me too.
Okay. Because it's one of the rare opportunities I have to be able to be with all of the organization. Because, all the people, and I guess that's the point I wanted to make, all the people that are moving forward in Zija are going to be at one of those regionals, at one of them. And I want you to think about this, folks. Every single person that's in Zija that is moving to the top will be at one of those regionals. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that goes to the regional is going to be a top earner, but I am telling you every top earner currently and in the future will be at one of those regionals. Doesn't it make sense to do the things that the successful people are doing? To me, that's just common sense. And a chance to be able to spend time with Pat Andersen, with Josh Plant, David Moses, that's where the real magic happens, is at these regional events. And it's just an in and out thing. It's not like you got to spend a week there. Pat, if you don't mind, I want to just do a couple of quick things regarding our new product. Because, I didn't know you were using that. Okay, you're right. And that's probably true. There's probably a lot of people out there that have been using that product for, I guess it's been around for, available to the consumer for a couple of years,
Many years.
many years. Okay,
Many.
now was this something that required a medicinal use, certificate or something like that, like the medicinal marijuana thing?
No, because there's nothing in CBD oil that's going to give a high or anything. I can carry it right in my purse going through TSA. It's absolutely nothing.
Okay, very good.
Mhm.
And who would be a candidate for using this particular product? And we're not, I'll do the preface. We're not saying this is going to diagnose, treat, prevent, cure any diseases or mitigate anything. But what is characteristic? What kind of ailments are people using this type of product to address? Who would want to be our customer?
Anybody with chronic pain, excessive inflammation, people that are under a lot of stress, anxiety, panic attacks like me, people that have seizures, ADHD, ADD, autism. Oh my gosh, Fred.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not making any claims of curing. This is coming from the medical community. Please understand that. People with cancer. And that's one of the reasons why I for sure was using it. People, oh my gosh. There's been many studies done for eyes. There's been skin. Uh, there's just hundreds of different things you can use it for.
Now you mentioned autism and ADHD. Is this something that younger people could use, children could use?
Yeah, totally. There's nothing that's going to hurt them. I saw that Joyce Benning was on the call, and we got her using it on her dogs. So if you've got animals that are needing it, it's just. So now I'm trying to think of how I can. Yep, nerve pain. Yep, Diana. I've been trying to think of ways I can shave the horse and use it on one of my horses that is getting a little older. There's just so many ways to use it.
And so there isn't anybody that you can think of that couldn't use it. There's not like a particular situation where somebody, you shouldn't use that because you're taking high blood pressure medication or something.
Once again, you can ask your doctor if you know what I mean, if you have any ifs, ands, or buts. But there's a difference between how I'm taking it right now. I'm taking it underneath my tongue. So where does that go? That goes into the gut. So if somebody has gut issues, you might, like my husband says, it tastes like motor oil. It tastes worse than motor oil, what I've been consuming. But how we're doing it transdermally, it's not going into the gut. So you're not going to have those kind of effects with it being placed on the skin. Now, so that's kind of cool too.
So, something that I've noticed, and I don't do a lot of Facebook time, 5 minutes a day maybe, but I'm noticing there's a big buzz about this new law or the funding for the Farm Bill, and I guess opening up the U.S. market to being able to grow the hemp plant that this comes from, and a lot of companies jumping on the bandwagon. Okay, what's going to differentiate our CBD product from a lot of these companies that are jumping on, oh man, because that's everywhere you look, oh, we're going to have CBD, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, because obviously everybody's aware of what the potential market is. What's going to differentiate Zija International's product from some of these other companies?
Okay, so what differentiates Zija with Moringa? The sourcing of the plant. Okay, not all hemp is created equal. Okay, so different plants create different amounts. Okay. All right, and we really have to understand, how that we're using only a certain part of the plant. Okay, that's going to have no hallucinogenic, properties in it. So it's, you guys, Josh has been working on this, or Dr. Plant has been working on this for, over a year, him and Scott Johnson. It wasn't just oh, everybody's going to be doing it, so we need to do it this last month.
Mm-hmm.
They've been sourcing this for a long time, testing it. So we have all the scientists available to us that are working on this with them to give us the best quality out there. Okay, so we're just light years ahead. You talk about statistics. The government is saying it's going to be an $8 billion industry in 2019. It's going to be a $20 billion in 2020.
Wow.
Now, if we are first advantage shakers of the patch, it's going to take them a long time to catch up to us, to develop what they have developed. And so now is the time. Don't be waiting, saying, oh, well, I'll wait till March 30th. I've already had meetings with doctors and et cetera in Claremont here already. I'm going to have a list of at least 100 that will be signed up before March 30th and ready to go and placing their first order for that on March 30th. All right. The other thing that you got to look at is people will spend money on pain that they might not have the money for our nutrition. Mm-hmm. This is a way for me to get in the back door to somebody. It's like I'm going to be showing them how good this is, and then building them into our oils, our moringa, whatever I need else to build them into, because they trust me now. Mm-hmm. All right. So use it that way too, because you get them off of taking 6 or 7 Advil a day. Oh my gosh, they're killing their stomach, they're killing their liver, they're killing their kidney, causing, well, the biggest thing for me is we all know that, once you've taken 4 or 5 of those pills, that your chance of having a stroke increases, almost up to 50%.
Wow.
So, we're going to be offering them a solution to taking those pills. So I am really, really, really excited. I probably don't look at right now because I didn't get to bed until a little later last night. I've been working, quite a few late nights talking to people all over the country. But this is a big deal. This is the biggest thing Zija has ever done. I'm going to tell you, how much everybody in this line knows how much I love moringa. I don't think there's anything better. I'm more excited about launching this, okay, for where it's going to take our company, okay? Not that I think this is better than moringa. That's good. No. This is the product that's going to take us to that $1 billion company just like that. And when it does that, it's going to bring our company with the moringa even more to the forefront. That's what you've got to understand. It's going to put us on the map with moringa because we're bringing this in. That's what's important.
To me, that's an incredibly powerful perspective to take this product and use it to develop the awareness of who Zija is and what we've been doing for the last 10 plus years. Mm-hmm. That is really powerful. Pat, I can't thank you enough for going your previous commitment and joining us today. It's just been an absolute blessing to have you here because you've been able to share a lot of things that I could not have shared for the team. So listen, I'm going to let you go back to the other side, get a little rest. I know that's, that telling Pat Andersen to get a little rest is like, sure, yeah, that's going to happen.
In 2025, when I retire.
Maybe just call it a night before tonight, right? Get in bed before midnight tonight. Hey, thank you, Pat. Say hi to Jim for me, okay?
Bye-bye, guys.
We'll see you. Let me let Pat go back to the other side. And so, folks, we've covered a lot of material here. I'm going to go ahead and close down the meeting for now. Reach out to myself, Pat Andersen, for any details that you need. Also, I did put in the chat box. I'm going to do it one more time for those of you that are paying attention or looking there. here's the link to Pat Andersen's website, www.clubmoringa.com. And folks, Pat has invested an incredible amount of resources and time into putting together the information on this website. It is a generic website. It is not team oriented. Any single person you can feel comfortable sending your team there. They're not going to be able to find Pat Andersen directly from that website. She put that together for all of Zija Nation. Look on the Health Talks with Pat section of the website. You'll see a lot of the archived Health Talk presentations or Wednesday night presentations, and in particular this past Wednesday, where she went into more information on the new CBD product. So with that, I'm looking forward to an incredible year. I'm looking forward to incredible increases from each and every one of you, and I want to personally be part of that if I can, so reach out to me as well. Have a great rest of your week here, folks. And one last program note. You will not want to miss, let me just double check here my calendar to make sure that I'm not making a mistake here. Next Saturday morning, you are not going to want to miss next Saturday morning's new distributor training, because it will be a special island edition of new distributor training. I will be broadcasting live and direct from an undisclosed island location. No, it's not a vacation. I will be looking for new office space, so there will be a business purpose behind that trip. All right, folks, that's it. I'm out of here. Thank you so much, Pat. Appreciate all your support, and folks, have a great rest of your day. See ya.